Welcome back to the Unshackled Pod. Charles, I'm the prediction king. Stun
He's
locked him.
great. He is. He is. What am I gonna say? Nothing. I can't say anything. You'll figure out why later. Hello, guys. Today we're gonna go over some trade deadline talk, some Week 8 recap, a few hot takes, just a couple, some college football from yours truly, Zach, not me. Our Week 9 predictions, and finally, as my eyes are on fire right now, a top 5 snake draft. But first, one positive, one negative. What you got, buddy?
You want the positive or the negative? Because you look like you're going through it right now. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and go with my negative because this is still pretty hot news for the day, today at least. My negative is Raiders coaches.
They suck.
Yeah, Raiders just fired their GM, their head coach, and their offensive coordinator. And their interim head coach is their linebackers coach. But, Charles, depending on the John Gruden settlement, the Raiders are paying $40 to $80 million for coaches that no longer work for their organization.
That's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money.
That's a ton of money, dude. There's a lot of coaches getting paid. What happened to Cliff? Random guy I thought about today.
He is actually, I believe he's helping USC right now.
Okay. Well,
Cliff Kingsbury. Yeah, he's over there with
helping the offense, I guess, not the defense, right?
I mean, he's never been a defensive guy, so
yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
Josh McDaniel, he's still on contract for like another $40 million for 4 years, so that's insane.
That'd be so nice. Just don't do anything and you get paid for 4 years.
Well, that's exactly what he did. Yeah.
Well, that's also true. Yeah. Well,
what's your negative?
6 years. Yeah. My negative is, well, you know what? I had to change it up, dude, because before we started, my left eye just started being lazy. It's being a little lazy today. It's on fire right now too as I'm talking. I'm trying not to rub it because I think it's gonna make it worse. But it's just my lazy eye, and it's my good left one this time. Sometimes it switches off. They'll go back and forth, but my left one, man, it's being. It needs to wake up. Simple as that. I smacked it a couple times. Didn't work.
You're always going through these normal issues that every single person can relate with.
Like, I know you're not being serious, but like I wish you were. Dude, nosebleeds are coming soon. Okay.
Oh God, I don't even want to hear about those. My positive is players wearing costumes pre-game, and I could go through and list a bunch of good ones, but I'm just gonna give my award for the year to French Fries Victor Wembanyama for Slenderman because he's literally the perfect body type for it.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to agree with you. And my favorite one, which is gonna show up a lot when the playoffs start.
Oh my God.
Was Paul George's Where's Waldo? So boom, dude. Look, Wemby's gonna win now, but when the playoffs come, that is gonna be the most talked about fucking tweet in a while. Okay, I can't wait. Hey, good job. Thank you for that, Paul George. We love that. Where's Paul?
What's your positive?
So good. Bonfires, dude.
Oh.
Just bonfires.
That's probably why your eyes so lazy, all the smoke.
I just love bonfires. Thanks a lot, man. God. It's nothing like when cold weather comes, little fall time, maybe a little bit of winter, kind of depends. When that comes, dude, and then you just like go outside and you just throw some logs around a thing and catch it on fire. Fire is cool. Okay, when it's like that.
Fire's cool,
When it's
yeah.
like that, when it's like that. It's fun to play with when it's not destructive in a very harmful way. Just had to get that out of there. But no, dude, I like bonfires. It just reminds me of being away from everything, which is kind of nice. It's peaceful. It's fun to look at. Feels good, dude. Nice and warm. S'mores. There's a lot of benefits.
What?
A lot of smoke in my eye, but yeah, maybe that's why. You're right.
Fight through the pain.
Trying, dude. You trying to get to some trade deadline talk, or?
Yeah, I mean, it's weird. Every year you expect nothing from the trade deadline, and then at the same time that there is a couple things that happen, it feels like nothing really happens. I feel like the reason is because you hear a lot of the rumors just before it even happens the day of. It's just like, where are they going to end up at? You know who's going to get traded, really.
It's something about like trade deadline hype just I love it and I hate it, dude, because you're right. It's like you get all these things and you're like, oh man, dude, this team's about to do this. I'm about to get excited for my team to do nothing. You know what I mean? It's just like stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
And it's just false hope, and it always
Okay,
is,
well, you can
unfortunately.
get to that part later, but
Yeah, I'm
we're gonna
sorry, but
start
yeah.
with like the trades that did have to happen in the like last 24 hours of the trade deadline.
All right,
The day before the trade deadline, Leonard Williams got traded to the Seahawks.
dude, Seattle, huge move. I think
Yeah.
this is gonna be great for Seattle. Giants already taken. I accepted it a long time ago, so I'm not mad about it. Um, yeah, I think this is exactly what Seattle needed. You're trying to basically stick with the 49ers right now, and they're probably gonna. I mean, they're winning right now. They could win that division pretty easily. It's in their control. So yeah, that was a huge piece. Their defense is only getting better, and that's a good defense.
It's a big win for Leonard Williams too, because I mean it's not like he was having a lot of success against the Eagles or Cowboys offensive line, so now he gets to go do it in the different division and have a better chance.
You could have been a little bit more positive about that, but that's
I'm
okay.
happy
Yeah,
for the
no.
Seahawks.
Hey, when Williams is on a team that can win now. You could have just said that.
Let's see. Bears traded for Montez Sweat.
So I might have an interesting take here, and I know you don't probably agree with this, but they did trade a second, which it is a little high. But if they're going to sign the guy this year, I don't think it's a big deal. I think you're getting a guy who's proven. It's better than sometimes a rookie. You get a guy who's already proven he's good. I think, and there's another trade that's going to come up. You know what? Maybe I just let you get to that trade before I continue this. But what do you think about the Montez Sweat one?
Well, I think there's already rumors that they're working on a contract, and after the trade happened, everyone assumed that's what was happening. Super good trade if they get him on a contract,
Yeah.
but if that falls through and they don't, this is the worst trade ever.
I mean, they did Claypool last year, but yeah, I mean, this is up there with that.
That
for
is
sure.
a second round pick, but that's also going to be like a very high second round pick.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically a first. So yeah, I mean, look, I can't get too mad at them. They do have 2 first-round picks, so you kind of could throw away a little bit. But like, yeah, they have to get this deal done, or this is going to be a disaster. Great player though.
49ers didn't have enough on their defensive line, so they traded for Chase Young.
Didn't have enough of the defense.
What?
That's just hilarious.
Nick Bosa has what?
Oh man.
1 sack?
2, I think.
Something like that.
Either way, okay. This is what I was going to say about this. So they traded a third for Chase Young, and people got kind of crazy, with a lot of jokes like, "Oh, the Bears did a second for Sweat," which is basically like a third or something.
Montez Sweat's just a better player.
I think he is too.
Yeah.
I think Montez Sweat. This is what I was going to say. He's a better player, and he's been on the field. You can't hate a guy who's proven that he can play, and he's going to fight through injuries. Getting a little bit more respect. He might not have been a high draft pick like him, but getting more respect than a guy who was second overall and who has played good when he's on the field, but just hasn't played enough.
On the field matters. Chase Young's career, I get he was out for a year, 14.5 sacks. Montez Sweat has 35.5.
I mean,
he's
not
just
even
a better
close.
player.
Not even close, dude. God, he's 24. I mean, Sweat is 24. That's a great. Yeah, I mean, look,
just get the contract done.
Yeah, good trade by both teams. I don't know how the hell the 49ers are going to pay players after this year, but
they won't.
I don't know what's going to happen with that.
I doubt Chase Young is there after this year. I think it was just a depth for this push that they're making.
Yeah, I'll be surprised, but
not Carolina. Cardinals announced a couple days ago that they're going with either Kyler Murray if he's ready or rookie Clayton Tune. Putting awesome Josh Dobbs on the bench, but then he gets traded to the Vikings after Kirk Cousins goes down.
Yeah. Rip Kirk Cousins, dude. Love that guy.
All right, he's not dead, bro.
He'll be back. This is... I mean, I like this trade from the Vikings. I know you don't. I don't hate this trade for the Vikings. I think it still gives them a shot at fighting for a playoff spot. I don't think Dobbs is that bad. Yeah, he's not great. He's also on a terrible team. So if he had, I know the Vikings line isn't the best, but maybe like with the talent around in Minnesota, and then when JJ comes back, like I don't know, it could work out for them. I don't hate this trade at all. I really don't.
My thing is they could have kind of killed 2 birds with 1 stone here. They need someone to step in for the rest of the year, and I mean, as much as I love backup quarterbacks, Nick Mullins isn't going to cut it, even if he isn't injured.
Yeah.
So they could have killed two birds with one stone, gotten a way better quarterback, not only to finish the year, but to back up whoever is the quarterback for them next year.
Yeah, and who might that be, buddy? Because I think we're on the same page about
Um,
this.
well, we went through a lot of them last year, earlier today, but I mean, Jacoby Brissett obviously was probably the best one. They could have gone after Cooper Rush. I mean, I'm willing to deal him off for a decent price.
Yeah.
But there was just better options
Dalton.
out there. Yeah, Dalton
Dalton would have been a
Jameis.
good one.
I mean,
Jameis would have been sick, but
yeah.
hey, they made a move, which is nice at least. Dobbs, good for Dobbs. I know he's kind of been traded a lot lately, but at least he's going to a team that
He's a
can win
traveler.
and has talent.
Maybe
I mean,
the
he is.
pro shop for the Vikings will have his jersey. Lions.
I don't understand this. Wait, I don't understand that joke. What is that joke from?
There's a video of Josh Dobbs going to the Arizona Pro Shop like
And they didn't have
week 4, and he went up to the little customize or buy a jersey thing, and they didn't have his jersey, even though he was starting for them the whole season so far.
Okay, that's hilarious. All right.
Getting closer to the end of the deadline, Lions made a trade for another weapon and got Donovan Peoples-Jones from Cleveland.
I mean, it was basically for nothing. I don't hate this trade for the Lions. It's just extra pieces. Why not?
Yep.
Pretty much a why not trade. For the Browns, my guess is he probably just wasn't happy with Cleveland. He was not getting targeted at all.
97 yards on the year.
And it's not like they have all-star receivers everywhere. Like, they got Amari, but outside of that, I don't know. Good play for the Lions. I mean, it really doesn't hurt either team. I think it really benefits either team much, but doesn't really hurt them. So.
Late round trade for some depth. I'm sure everyone's happy there. Jaguars traded for some depth as well for a starting guard, Ezra Cleveland, out of Minnesota.
This was a kind of an L from Minnesota.
Yes.
It was so weird that they went and got Dobbs and then did this. It just was very. I know he's on his last year of his contract, but I don't know. This is a W though. This is definitely a W for
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville. Oh my God, thank you, dude. I just you knew, and I appreciate you saying
his
that.
eye was connecting to his brain, and it was being lazy too.
It's distracting. It's distracting. No, this is good. This is great. Good depth. Good team, man.
All right, last one right before the trade deadline hit. This was probably the coolest one. Bills traded for cornerback Rasul Douglas from Green Bay.
Yeah, I mean, I think we both agree this is a huge W for the Bills.
Yes.
Huge W.
They're getting injured all over the defense. They needed someone to step in, so very good trade by them.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool injury report too.
All right.
He just got here, dude.
Do you want to go on your rant now, or?
I'm gonna go on my rant real quick. No, it's okay. It's okay. Okay, I'm gonna go on my rant real quick.
Okay.
There's something about when you love a team, and you see obvious deficiencies, right? And I know you know how this feels. I do know you know how this feels with your team. With both your teams, sorry. You see a team that has wide receivers that have combined for less yards than a wide receiver that they traded 2 years ago single-handedly has. And sometimes you just got to wonder, what's going through the head, right? Like, I get it. Hey, they have talent, kind of. They sometimes catch the ball. They sometimes don't fumble. One of them is a rookie, and he's leading everybody in every statistical category. So, there's stuff like that, and you just wonder, like, man, your Super Bowl team, your quarterback's in his prime. You got a very, very good offensive line right now. For the most part, they didn't play great.
Quarterback
very, very good one.
IVs, by the way.
His super sick last game, didn't play great. Defense is there. You can win now, like I said, and we've said it. Win now, and they didn't add anybody. And that's the Chiefs we're talking about, obviously. No wide receiver added. And I think everybody in the world was kind of just waiting for that to happen. And I feel like people actually wanted that to happen because they just want to see talent go to a talented team and a talented quarterback. And it was just sad to see that there was so many options and we made no moves. That's all I got to say. It's
this is Charles fully turning into a Patriots fan because he forgets that the Chiefs did trade for McCole Hardman. But anyways, obviously the Giants were sellers for you, and Jerry Jones did nothing, which I mean, I've just come to learn that, which I'm fine with. I mean, I like our team. Do I think we're gonna win a Super Bowl? I don't even think they're gonna make the playoffs. So I take the wins where I can get them.
All right, sure.
All right,
Talk
but
to me about that.
that's enough of the trade deadline. You want to get into the
Yeah.
recap?
Yes, sir, dude. Please.
Take us away,
Um,
sir.
yeah, first one. Thursday night game. Kind of a banger towards the end of the game. It was a little bit of a blowout at first, but hey, Bucks 18, Bills 24. What you got on this, dude?
Yeah, I mean, this was actually a good Thursday night game. It didn't seem like it most of the game because the Bucks had like a 14-point lead all of second half, but some just needs to happen with the Bills where they look like the Bills again.
There's a couple teams that are like that right now. Yeah.
They just don't look efficient on offense at all, really. And I mean, Dalton Kincaid has obviously started shining their past 2 games. I think we're learning that the Bucks are going to end up being the Bucks that we expected them to be in the preseason.
Yeah, it's too
Whether
bad. They
that
put a
be
fight.
500 or below, but I have hope that they prove me wrong. I mean, it's not like they played terrible. I mean, they were in the game
Look,
the whole time.
they're playing a team that they're supposed to lose to. And they covered, but also like Baker Baker's been playing okay. Their line isn't great, but it hasn't been as terrible as we all thought it was going to be. The defense is a little bit better than I don't know. It's just so weird with that team. Like, I don't know what is it coach. I feel like it's coaching. I really do. Like I think they have talent. I think a lot of it is coaching. Um, it is kind of too bad because it was nice to see like the Bucks winning and Baker kind of resurge a little bit, and
Yeah.
I do like it. I like it, but for the Bills, on the Bills side, I agree. Like it's still a vanilla kind of looking offense that just runs through the craziness of like I don't know what that offense is, but it's just anything that Josh Allen can do, we're just gonna do. And then yeah, it's nice to finally see Kincaid kind of pop in a little bit, and you see like bits and pieces with Gabe Davis. Um, but like for all of it to come together, you're just kind of waiting, and I don't know what that run game is. Oh, that was a big. We didn't even talk about that. They signed Leonard Fournette,
Oh yeah. I
which
mean, speaking of Bucks
okay,
versus Bills,
kind of funny. I mean, like I don't know how much he's gonna help, but they don't want to use James Cook for some reason. So
he's the
I
same
guess
as
it
Frank Clark, bro. It don't matter to playoffs.
also playoff win.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if this team doesn't get a run game going or a full offense that's
They have a good
continuously
running back that they refuse to use.
that's the part that makes me. There's a couple teams.
Oh
There's a
yeah.
couple teams.
Oh yeah.
That's the part that's so irritating to me. But I don't know, man. Hey, look, Bills escaped a close one. Honestly, like it got way closer than it should have, and there was a shot. That Hail Mary, the Bucks should have won that. Honestly, that Hail Mary was very catchable, or
This
at least
feels
tied
like
it in the
every
end.
Bills primetime game is. They're close
Yeah,
to a team that they should be killing.
yeah, yeah. I'm, Thursday night primetime game. It was a banger though. I mean, hey, when you get that and you lead off to this next banger, oh my, Jets 13, Giants 10, dude. What did you think about that game?
All I'm gonna say is 24 punts, 23 points.
Is that? I don't think we need to say anything else. To be honest, yeah, that game absolutely was awful, absolutely terrible. Tyrod Taylor's finally out of the hospital. Good for him. That was. I don't really know. I don't know if they really said what happened. I know he messed his ribs up, but I'm glad he's okay. Other than that, yeah, Giants had like -7 passing yards in a game, which is hilarious. um, terrible game. Terrible,
Yes.
terrible, terrible game.
Next. That's all I
Jags
gotta
20,
say.
Steelers 10, dude. Um, Jags came in and they won. What do you got, dude?
Yeah, Jax came and stole their tiny yellow towels and swung them all over the place.
Make enemies.
Kenny, I know, I love the Steelers. Kenny Pickett looked like he just dislocated and broke his shoulder in the same play, but apparently he's playing Thursday night still, so that's interesting. Only thing I'll say for this game is Joey Porter Jr. is still a dog, and Mike Tomlin has finally said that he's going to be a starter. On the season, Joey Porter Jr. has 0 touchdowns allowed, 1 interception, 4 forced incompletions, and allows a 9.8 passer rating.
Took way too long. We got some good first-round corners this year, dude. They've all
He
played.
was a
I know
second round.
Gonzalez. Oh, that's right. Very beginning, right?
Their second round.
That's right. Well, it was technically a first round, wasn't it? Because Miami's.
Yeah.
It was a first round
Not
then.
technically.
Oh,
Technically
okay,
second
okay.
round, pretty much
Okay.
first round.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But hey, good corners, dude. The first 3 picked, amazing. I wish
Yeah.
Gonzalez is still playing, but yeah, Porter, absolute dog. Took way too long for that man to be starting. He's been good when he's been in. Jags, dude, they're look. They put up 20 against the Steelers, but Jags are the real deal.
They have a chance to push for that number 1 seed.
Yeah, I mean, if they're winning, not in London, I mean that's a Jags are there, dude. What? What?
I'm just out on the London games, dude.
All right, I got you. All right. Eagles 38, Commanders 31, dude. Left hand almost
Left
did it.
hand up, bro.
Still left hand up, but he just couldn't finish it, unfortunately.
I had one tweet that completely describes how I feel about this game. If the Commanders played like this every single game of the season, they would beat every team in the NFC except for the Eagles, obviously, because even when they play like that, they can't beat the Eagles. Sam Howell's slinging the pill. Honestly, they lost this game off of a couple Terry McLaurin drops, which hurt. But
who would have thought?
Yeah, it hurt me in fantasy too. But
well, okay.
I'm proud of the Commanders for putting up another fight against the Eagles. Wish they wouldn't have pushed because that kind of messed up one of my parlays. Should have been paid a lot more than I did.
You still got paid.
So
some of us didn't. That's okay.
Eagles, it was really just James Brown and Jalen Hurts, and I'm having a stroke. AJ Brown. James Brown is the guy that sings a bunch of old 70s songs.
Oh my god. 70s? It might have even been earlier than that, but was it 70s?
Why
are we talking about this? God. Hilarious. Yeah, dude, all I had is this is becoming like a banger every time we watch these two teams play. And it's kind of awesome. It's always a good game now.
Yeah.
And Jalen Hurts and Sam Howell, they were electric, dude. It was a good game.
You'll always get a good game out of an NFC East matchup unless it involves the Giants.
Well, okay. Yeah. I was about to say something, you just totally took it out of me, dude.
No, go ahead. You can go.
Okay, well, I'll agree with you. But NFC East games, when it's not the Giants, I think the overs are the way to go from now on, to be honest with you.
I mean, even if the Giants are in the game, because sometimes the other team can still hit the over themselves.
Yeah, but all right. Rams, speaking of another NFC East team, I'm losing my mind. Rams 20, Cowboys 43, dude. Boys, the boys.
You heard me say it last week. If the Cowboys didn't come and play like this on the DeMarcus Ware Ring of Honor game, I was going to be in a very bad mood. I mean, all units came out firing. I mean, Turpin took one back to the house, but it got called back off a holding flag. We blocked a punt for a safety. Bland gets another interception and takes it to the house. Dak has 4 touchdown passes. CD Lamb has a hell of a day. And the only thing we still can't get going is our run game. So I won't go into complain. Yeah, I won't go into complaining about that. I was happy with the win. Let's do it against better teams.
I agree. I agree with what you're saying. But look, you're not gonna like this. But the Cowboys are contenders, dude. They're a contender team. I know it's not a great team, but the Rams weren't necessarily a terrible team. They were hanging in there with a lot of good teams. So I think this was a good win for the Cowboys. I mean, look, the Rams even scoring. The game was 43-3 at one point, or something like that. It was such a blowout. Look, boys are the boys, all right. But I am getting a little tired of seeing either blowout or loss. I mean, it was a close game last week, but it's pretty much been blowout or loss. But hey, dude, I think the boys are back. I know you don't want to hear it, but boys are back in town.
I still think if you look at their schedule, they're not a double-digit win team. So
okay, well, I might have something to say about that later. Vikings 24, Packers 10, dude.
This all you can really say is feels bad for Kirk Cousins, man.
Yeah, man. I can't believe you took the Packers in this game.
Okay, dude. You want to start going into that? No. Oh my god, I was about to cook your ass, boy.
No, hey. On to the next week. Hey, we're not looking at the
Packers stink. Yeah, I'll never make that mistake again. But I chose them. Cut back to last week's episode. I said win-win.
It was a win-win
Yeah.
for you. But not for the NFL. I want to take a moment of silence. Like, we didn't give a shit when Aaron Rodgers. He's gonna be back.
Whoa, that was fucked up. That was my
Hey.
fantasy quarterback, dude.
Shut up, dude. Quit act like you like Aaron Rodgers. He's not a terrible person. Okay. Well, he's not a
terrible person.
All right. Thank you. I was trying to get it out of you. But rest in peace, Kirk Cousins. He got a surgery today. Yesterday. He got a surgery yesterday on Halloween. A little bit of a creepy time to get a surgery, but it looked like he did okay. I'm sad, dude. Like, no more Kirko Chains the rest of the year. And we don't know if he's gonna be back in Minnesota. So I know JJ said he wants him back, but like, this could be the end of an era. And I'm sad.
Before we go to the next game, I'll just say this is your fault.
That is crazy.
You're over here wishing for all these injuries for the 49ers and all these other teams.
No.
And the week after you have that Vikings take saying that they can still make the playoffs, Kirk Cousins goes down.
Stop what you're doing.
Ready for the next game when you are.
No, I had to pull my mic up to my face to tell you to stop what you're doing.
I thought it was because you're lazy. I couldn't see the mic.
Wow, dude. All right. My God. Falcons 23, Titans 28. I fucked up.
It was always the Titans, Charles. It was always the Titans. I told you it was always the Titans. Did we expect Will Levis to have 4 touchdown passes? No.
That's the only reason,
Did we expect Derrick Henry to have over 100 yards? Yes.
And no touchdowns, though?
Over 100 yards, yes.
Yeah,
okay.
100 yards. I thought 200. No joke. I thought it was going to be 200. But
listen, It was always the Titans in that jersey. Underdogs at home. It was always going to be the Titans. But Falcons, Taylor Heineke is now your starter. So not all is lost.
This game for the Falcons was kind of a win-win.
I think both teams won.
I think both teams won. I agree with you. And you know what? The NFL won because we got to see the best jerseys in the entire league. Should probably technically be Houston's jerseys, but dude, they are fantastic. It's exciting. I messed up. I should have believed in the jersey. Maybe I wasn't ready to believe in Will Levis, dude. But now he's my fantasy football quarterback, so please don't blow it now, buddy. I need you. Patriots 17, Dolphins 31, dude.
Yeah, I mean the Dolphins keep being the Dolphins. That's really all I can say.
Yeah. This should have been a closer game.
Yeah, I mean, you did choose the Patriots, but I chose the Dolphins, so I get that you think it should have been a closer game, but this kind of went exactly how I expected it to.
Okay.
Bill Belichick's still never beaten Tua, and he never will, so.
He might not. He might not. In my defense, okay, the Patriots, I just had a stroke too. Eyes just hit me, dude. The Patriots should have scored and made this at least a 24 to 31 point game. Like, it should have been. I should have hit my cover. Whatever. It's fine. Move on. Fins won and they should have won. Simple
Leading receiver this game, Jalen Waddle.
Does that scare you a little bit?
I mean, he tweeted out after the game, that's the Tyreek Hill effect. I mean, there was that play where they pretty much tried to triple cover Tyreek Hill, and Jalen Waddle was just wide open in the middle for a free touchdown. So,
yeah, I mean, it's
you gotta have multiple good corners. You can't just have one.
If it's not the best duo of wide receivers in the NFL, I mean,
I would have loved to see Christian Gonzalez in that game, dude.
Me too. I can't wait. I really can't wait till he's back. But like Tyreek, you're right. It's this effect he has where if you have any number 2, I think they can look. I mean, and I do think Jalen Waddle is elite, but I think any number 2 can be elite with Tyreek Hill, or really a 2 and 3.
Especially Jalen Waddle, yeah.
Yeah, I mean but I'm a little upset we haven't seen this enough from the Dolphins. Jalen Waddle is too damn good to not be doing this every game. And we, hey, give me 1 week of just nothing, and then after that, yeah, keep doing it. You know what I mean? Let's go Chiefs. I'm a little worried.
Why would you be worried?
No, we're good. We're good. Defense is good. Hey, we're good. We're moving on. All right. Saints 38, Colts 27.
Yeah, much how we think the Bucks are going to be the team that we thought they were going to be in the preseason. I think the Colts are always going to score and put up a good fight, but they don't have the juice to put up. They don't have the juice to close out a game with Gardner Minshew, unfortunately.
I think just a full game in general.
Yeah.
A full game. They put up 20 every game though.
But yeah, Saints and the overhit, that is Rashid Shaheed's a dog. Alvin Kamara, dog.
You're missing one.
Bad person, dog. Taysom Hill, yeah, obviously we all know Taysom Hill's a dog.
Yeah, I know it, but yeah, Alvin, bad person.
This team would be really cool if Derek Carr wasn't the quarterback.
Taysom Hill, you know, you got a dog guy. Every time he touches the ball, scores a touchdown, pretty much. So, or gets a first down. Give him the ball. Yeah, Saints.
They could win the division.
That's definitely it, right? No shot they do anything in the playoffs, right?
They could win the division.
Okay. No, hey, well, hold up. Well, hold up though. Like, you didn't say they couldn't. So, yeah, that's yeah, not really much to say more. Saints did good. Blew out a team. This is kind of the Saints we need to see if we're gonna believe in them. But once again, we'll see. Yeah, once again, we'll see though. They did give up 27 to the Colts though, which I'm a little worried about that defense. But
it's Colts score, man.
They do score. They do. Texans 13, Panthers 15, buddy.
It was always the Panthers. I said they were gonna get their first win. That's what they went out and did.
This is a trap game for me.
You are really bright right now. You're like leaning into your light. But yeah, I mean, first pick versus second pick. First pick took it. I mean, I just had a feeling the Panthers were finally going to get the first win. Went with it. Paid off in the sportsbook as well. I'm happy with the outcome. At the end of the day, it was 15-13. This game really wasn't great.
Yeah, it was a pretty terrible game. Really hard. Really hard to watch. I found myself watching it just for the sheer fact that I wanted to see. Like, I enjoyed watching Bryce. Bryce Young played well. He had a couple like bonehead moves, but he moved really well. This was the first time I think my eye just went so lazy. This was the first time that Bryce Young moved around the pocket so clean that it looked like he could like I felt good. I felt good about Bryce Young after this game. Yeah, it was a 13-15 game. Terrible game. But I saw the spots. I saw the bright spots. And CJ Stroud, I haven't felt bad about CJ Stroud. Look, he's gonna have games like this. He's gonna be elite. I think he's gonna be a very, very good quarterback. In 2 years, he's gonna be up there in the top 10. We're going to be talking about him. And Bryce Young, if he plays well, you know, if you just keep progressing, he could be up there too. It was a good game. First, number one, number two, we've seen in a while. And rightfully so. Number one beat number two. Browns 20. Seattle 24, buddy.
I think PJ Walker and Geno Smith are pretty much the same quarterback.
That's a good take.
I mean,
that's a good.
They always just show glimpses of, wow, this guy actually might win this game for them. But this game really just turned into which quarterback is going to lose the game for them.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was PJ Walker. Geno has a really good tendency of just throwing picks in the red zone now. I don't know what happened. I wish Geno Smith of last year was back, but this is another team that would just be really cool if they had a different quarterback.
No joke. If Geno Smith of last year was playing right now, this would be the scariest team in the NFC. Maybe, look, you could probably still say the Eagles, but they're up there. I think if Geno Smith is playing as he's playing last year, they are beating the 49ers every single time they play the 49ers. Because that defense is just so good. The defense is so good. The wide receiver core is the best three. Sneaky, the untalked about best three in the NFL.
Whoa, good take.
The second, to my opinion, is the Bengals right now, but they're going to lose all that next year. But it's just a crazy good wide receiver core with a really good running back who probably should have got the ball more, if we're being honest. But a really, really good running back. O-line.
What the?
Yeah, and he had like 60 yards.
66 yards, 8 carries.
Yeah, a little confusing. But, I mean, an O-line this team is young, dude. An O-line that's young, a defense that's young. They're going to be very, very good for a while. I love Seattle right now. And they also have like one of the best uniforms in the NFL. So this is a sweet team to watch, man. It's fun. They're entertaining. Last second touchdown to win the game, pretty much. Tyler Lockett, K-State guy. It's hard to not root for him. Was he undrafted?
No,
Was he undrafted or like late draft? Was
he
he
was
late?
late. I
Yeah, it
think
was
he's
late.
like fifth.
It's hard not to root for a guy like that, dude. And then DK, he didn't, tackle anybody. So
Those
that's a win.
guys flopped.
That's yeah.
They
But hey,
swapped.
that
Wide receiver 2 there is DK. Wide receiver
yeah.
1 is Tyler Lockett.
Yeah, and that's a pretty damn good wide receiver 2 to have too.
Yeah,
And wide receiver 3 could catch
he's
up to wide
coming.
receiver 2 because he looked good too,
He
dude.
won the game.
Yeah, man. Good game. Really fun game to watch. Truly, truly a good game. I think that was a statement game too from Seattle. Like Browns are good. They're no joke. And they just beat the crap out of the 49ers. Okay. Not the crap, but they won. All right.
I mean, this is a
Um
Browns team that allowed 205 yards and they got 362 yards of offense. So
okay, well, hold up. They gave like 400 to the sorry, my error just came on. They gave like 400 to the Colts, so we can't
yeah,
like
that's true. That's true.
completely
That's true.
but yeah, I agree with what you're saying. It's a good Browns team. Good Browns defense, historic for the most part. Um Speaking of well, they were historic at one point. Bengals 31, 49ers 17. What's up with the 49ers, dude?
I
Like
think
like
this is more of a
oh, okay.
Bengals are the Bengals than the
Bengals are the Bengals.
49ers struggling. Obviously, the 49ers are struggling,
Yeah.
but I have no doubt that they're going to bounce back and come back and look like the 49ers that we saw at the beginning of the season. But the Bengals do it every year. I mean, everyone sleeps on them because they have a rough start, and then they're an absolute powerhouse by the end of the season, and I think that's what they're showing.
It's I think I'm just tired of seeing it, right? Why go through the first 3 games just awful every year? Is it I know he doesn't do training camp. That's just his thing. He doesn't like doing it.
Okay, dude.
But man, I just don't get it.
Okay, dude.
Bengals I will say like Joe Burrow played great.
He looked insane this game.
He did. He looked very good. I do think this was more of a defensive W, dude. Their defense locked the 40 I mean the look, 49ers offense is missing pieces, but like if the Bengals defense plays like this, they're going to be very very dangerous in the playoffs. Like cuz you have that offense that can just erupt like this against a supposedly really good defense that just signed Chase Young for some reason when they had the highest played, D in the league. But it's
I'll
another
just
story.
say when Brock Purdy is your leading rusher and George Kittle's your leading receiver, even though he had like 150 something yards,
He popped off.
that's not the 49ers, and yeah, they're probably going to lose games when that happens.
You know what it is? It's the 49ers from like 6 years ago.
The ones that went like 2 and whatever.
Yeah.
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 They're going to fix that.
I don't know, man. Uh I just don't know. Bengals looked great. I think the Bengals definitely won the game, but 49ers, I don't know. I might have something to say about them here in a little bit. Chiefs 9, Broncos 24.
All right, I'll go ahead. Russell Wilson is not as bad as we all thought he was. But I think this was more of a Chiefs gave the game to the Broncos and the Broncos won the game. I don't understand if Patrick Mahomes is. They're making it sound like he's on his fucking deathbed and they're giving him IVs in the middle of the night. He's sleeping with needles on his arms and everything. Why are we making him throw 38 times and 2 interceptions instead of giving Pacheco the ball more? He had 8 carries
In a game that the
for
weather
40 yards. 8 carries.
very good. Still,
They're doubling
very good
Kelsey. You
average.
have no wide receivers. Run the damn ball.
Rasheed right. Okay. That's my biggest thing I was gonna say, dude. Run the ball. Like you have a guy who's been great, and when we've ran with him, we've won every single game. We have not lost when we're actually running the ball with him, and he's been great. It's just annoying. Like we have this Josh Allen tendency, the Chiefs do, to put everything on Mahomes. Also, like I get you have these superhero quarterbacks; they're so good, and this is the same problem. Like we're talking about the Bills, the exact same problem. Like you have a great running back, you have electric running backs who can make great plays, and O lines are pretty damn good. The Bills O line is pretty freaking good this year compared to how they've been in the past. Run the ball. I don't know, man. It's so frustrating, and I know you know how it feels too. Look, you are a Chiefs fan, even though you joke around a lot. It's frustrating. It's frustrating to see a guy who's a very, very good runner who has like Marshawn Lynch, Jamal Charles tendencies, and we don't use him, I don't know. It's the same thing with James Cook. Like I imagine Bills fan, look, they won, but I imagine Bills fans, they think the same thing. It's so frustrating to watch them have to use their quarterback for every single thing. It seems like it's the same team. Like the Chiefs and the Bills, they both play down and they both play up. Look, they do both beat good teams, but I don't know, man. Like hats off to the Broncos. I don't
They
think the
broke the
Broncos
streak.
won this game. They did break the streak. I think pretty much it's common denominator when the Chiefs lose, they usually lose. They don't let the other team like the other team doesn't win. It's usually the Chiefs losing. 5 turnovers is kind of a good way to say that, but also like, and you said the thing about Russell Wilson, and he had plays. He did play well. Like I'm not gonna hate on Russell Wilson. He had like 188 yards though and 3 touchdowns.
Well,
Every time he
he
got the
didn't throw
ball,
over 20 times. How many times did he throw? I mean, they ran the ball a lot, just running the clock because they had
hey,
the lead all game.
speaking of that though, Javante looked
Yeah, he
decent.
had the ball like 30 times. They ran
Yeah,
all game to run the clock. That's all they
actually,
needed to do.
I'm gonna check
I
that real
mean, no
quick.
one's made the Broncos look better than the Chiefs did all year.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. He was 12 for 19, so he was right under. Javante carried the ball 27 times.
Yeah.
So all I'm gonna look, he only had 85 yards, which is kind of crazy. So he really didn't play great. But like, if we gave the ball to Pacheco 27 times that game, he would have had 200 yards. Simple as that. Like, give the guy. The weather was demanding for it. But I will say, yeah, you're right. Okay, yeah, Russell Wilson didn't play bad. I think they had the ball inside the 50 5 times or something like that when they got it. So the Chiefs lost the game. The red zone is still a struggle, which I hate seeing that. Bucker is a dog though, so simple as that. I don't really know what else to say. The Broncos, the defense, they do have Mahomes. Surtain has Mahomes' number. He knows how to play against Mahomes. Um, yeah. I don't. You got anything else?
No, I think you covered it.
Yeah, it's just frustrating. I don't want to be depressing, but it is frustrating. Um, but hey, this was a good game. Ravens 31, Cardinals 24.
Yeah. I mean, this is actually surprising because part of me thought the Ravens were going to lose this game just because they were in such a prime letdown spot after that Lions game. And that usually is a game that the Ravens would lose for some reason. So I'm actually kind of impressed that they won.
Yeah.
Dobbs went out swinging, but it was a swing and a miss.
Damn, dude. Why you gotta say that?
They're 1-7. And I don't
Oh
want to
my
remind you what
god.
that one is. But Ravens are on top of the
Wait, I
top.
kind of want to remind. Okay, you don't have to. Go ahead.
You guys lost to the Broncos. Ravens are on
Sorry,
top of the
that's
AFC North right now, so they're cruising, and my ticket's looking nice.
Yeah, Ravens look great. There was little moments in this game where it was kind of iffy, and we saw Odo get really upset on the sideline. So a little interesting. I mean, I know he's upset,
Odell's
but
a
like
diva. Who would have thought?
he is. But Ravens, like this game was close actually in the end, and it shouldn't have been close. So I don't really know how I feel about it. Like I even said in my notes, this game was closer than it looked. But like it was close. Like it was kind of like the Bucks Bills one. It was closer than it looked. But it was still close, and the Ravens could have lost this, just like the
Yeah.
Bills could have. Very weird. Couple weird games like that this week, but Ravens are good. I mean Gus Edwards, he balled out. We finally got to see a really really good Gus Edwards game this year. So they didn't make a trade for any running backs. We really kind of wanted them to. Just as fans of the NFL, I think it would have been great. But you know, they backed it up. I mean, he played well. I think that was him playing that well was a big reason they probably didn't.
Yeah.
So, hats off. Yeah, Ravens are gonna be good. They're gonna be very very good, and they're only getting better every week. I think. Yeah. Bears 13, Chargers 30. Talk about a team that's not gonna get better. The Bears suck.
What do you mean? They
What do you
just
got,
got
buddy?
sweat. Yeah, I
I
mean,
guess they get a little bit better.
they're playing with backup quarterback, who obviously isn't a long-term answer, but neither is their starting quarterback. Bears are kind of packing in the season. They're gonna have 2 high draft picks in the first round, so hopefully they can start rebuilding soon because it seems like they've been rebuilding for the past 10 years. But uh,
This guy's throwing shade a lot today.
Brandon Staley has the same win percent, like very similar win percentage to Kyle Shanahan, and I need this guy to get fired. I mean, Justin Herbert, when his defense allows fewer than 28 points, 28 points is a lot. When his defense allows lower than 28 points, he's like 22-6, which is a 78% win percentage. So
Some Mahomes sad, dude.
Brandon Staley's a defensive genius. I don't think so.
I don't
Just
think he's a genius at anything.
yeah.
I don't think he's even good.
I mean,
But
obviously a genius is keeping his job longer than he should, but
well, okay, yeah, I'll give you that. He's a genius at whatever he's doing for the Chargers.
very good game for Justin Herbert and Austin Eckler.
Yeah, it was expected. This was a game that was expected to be like this. There's a little bit of hopes that it was going to be a little bit closer. It's kind of a terrible game to watch. I was hoping Tyson Badgett would kind of make it a game. I don't know. You see, he's not like I don't think he's going to be a good backup in the NFL. I think he's going to be an okay backup. He looks like he's like a good locker room guy. People like him.
Hey, he's
He's not gonna
tatted
be a
up,
starter.
bro.
He's not going to be a starter. He's not as good as Dobbs.
I'll agree with that one.
We had
Yeah.
an interesting conversation earlier about backups, but yeah, Chargers should have won this game and they did, and I just don't like Staley at all. But another thing we're gonna get to here in a second. But Raiders 14, Lions 26, dude.
This was the game of Jahmyr Gibbs,
Coming out party.
and it's also the game of Max Crosby because every game this is that guy's game. He's insane every single time.
Yeah. I don't know about a
I mean-
game for Max Crosby. It's a season. Every season is
Yeah.
amazing.
I mean, Amon-Ra had 108 yards off 6 receptions. Got just enough points for me not to lose in fantasy, so thank you. Jahmyr Gibbs, 152 rushing yards, a touchdown. They fed him the ball a lot.
Yeah, he got just enough points for me to lose in fantasy.
Jared Goff, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He didn't have to do much, but that pick 6 was ugly. Raiders obviously fired a bunch of people. Didn't trade anyone away, but their season's over.
Yeah, all I really had for this game was, like Gibbs was a dog. Hurt me. But Lions won, but it just didn't look like a good game. So it was kind of a weird game also.
They could have done more offensively, yeah.
Should have been a lot bigger of a spread in this game, but their defense played well, so give them that. Yeah, man, that's all the games.
Well, would you like to get into these hot takes, sir?
I'm curious. I have no clue what you're
Actually,
gonna say.
I have a question for you real quick, because I do have this stat up. I want you to go in order and try to name the teams that have the most regular season wins since 2021.
Regular season?
Yes.
2021. So Chiefs are gonna be number 1.
Yes. 32.
2021. Damn, no way Bengals are Chiefs, Bills.
Bills are third with 30. Tied second.
Cowboys?
Cowboys are fourth with 29.
Eagles haven't won that 2021?
Eagles have 30
Is it
wins.
Eagles? Okay, I thought
They're
Eagles
tied
would
second as well.
thought they'd be a little bit lower.
All right,
'cause
fifth
2021, I
place.
think, Bengals? This would be Bengals,
Nope.
right? 2021. Oh. Lions.
Nope.
No, to Seattle?
Nope.
49ers?
Yes.
Okay. God, I guess I overdid that one a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy that a lot of those teams have good postseasons, except for one.
Which one?
Let's get into
Which
these
one?
let's get into these hot takes. I'll let you go ahead and start.
All right. My biggest hot take, because you said that I have to say this now. My biggest hot take is Cowboys beat Philly and they win that division
They beat Philly this weekend.
this weekend and they win the division. That's my hot take, dude. I know you don't want to say it.
You know they're
I think-
playing in Philadelphia, right?
Yeah. Oh God. First of all, don't get me started on everybody thinks the Link's the most fucking dangerous place to play. Shut up. Get
I
out
don't
of here,
know.
dude.
How good's the grass?
I do think that's okay. you took that in a way I didn't expect you to take that, but that's okay. Come on, Seattle and KC are the hardest places to play. Quit it with that. Philly
Oh,
comes
whoa,
out of
whoa,
nowhere and
whoa,
everybody
whoa,
wants to
whoa.
say that they're the best.
Dallas have the longest home win
You guys
streak
weren't.
right
Oh,
now.
hold up. You guys weren't in the top 3, so I don't know.
Dallas have the longest home win streak right now, active in the NFL.
Hey, you guys are probably a pretty good place. I think it's just a fun place to probably play there too, to be honest. But
Well, yeah, it's
Nice
a sexy stadium.
it'd be cool if we got a new one. Anyways, yeah, that's my hot take, buddy. What you got? You got
Are
any
you
thoughts?
ready?
Oh no, you don't got
Oh.
any thoughts on the.
I think you're an idiot.
Go ahead. What you got?
Are you ready for this?
Let me hear it, dude.
The Bills have a higher chance to miss the playoffs than to make the playoffs.
Are you going off the strength of schedule?
I'm going off what they have left on their schedule and the people that are in the AFC.
That's a hot take.
Yeah, it is. I mean, let's go through their games. They play the Bengals Sunday night this week.
I
The
think
Bengals are red hot.
Yeah. It's a terrible time for the Bills to play them, to be honest.
And then they play the Broncos, who are trending upwards. Obviously, it's a much more winnable game for the Bills, but it wouldn't surprise me if the Broncos managed to do something because they're coming off their bye week after that.
Yeah, they're going to do a lot of study.
Then they play the Jets, who obviously have the Bills number. I see
a revenge game here, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
I don't know. That defense, Saleh just knows what Allen's going to do every time he snaps the fucking ball.
Actually, that's a good point now I think about it. He's probably going to go hero ball, and he's going to do the same shit he did last time.
Then after that 3-game stretch, they play the Eagles.
Tough.
That's not an easy game. They play the Chiefs. Oh, wait. They play the Eagles in Philly. They play the Chiefs at Arrowhead. Then they play the Cowboys. Then they play the Chargers. Still not an easy game to win. Then they play the Patriots, who they seem to always struggle with too. And then they end the season by playing the Dolphins again.
Man, dude, I might give this one to you. I might put a bet in for them to miss the playoffs because this is...
I looked at it, and I think the sportsbook agrees with me. Them to miss the playoff is 160, plus 160. Doesn't that seem insanely low for the Bills to miss the playoffs?
Yeah, it's not even worth the bet. Damn it, dude.
I was way ahead of you, man. I mean, they are way ahead of me, I guess.
Yeah. Wow. I didn't realize their schedule. I know we talked about their schedule a couple times this year, but
I mean, you
got tougher than I thought again.
Let's say the Jags are the only ones to make it out of the South. That's one spot gone. The AFC North, I mean, they could have 2 or 3.
I could see 3 for sure.
Yeah.
And I mean, still not being the Bills would be crazy.
The Dolphins are winning the East.
Or they're the East, what we're talking about.
The Dolphins are winning the East. The Jets are only 1 game behind them. And as much as you want to say the Jets are out of the playoffs, and I'm not counting out the Chargers. Obviously, the West is to the Chiefs, but I'm not counting out the Chargers yet.
I agree. I think the Chargers are always a sneaky last second they could make it team.
Exciting football ahead.
Wow, man. Wow. That's crazy. Respect on that take. I like that. All right, dude. I don't know if I have ones as hot as that. Well, maybe one of these is. I got 3 more.
I don't have any more.
I got 3 more, and it's more so just throwing them out there. It doesn't have to be a long conversation for them, but Seattle wins the division. I think we both kind of agree that could happen.
I think it's definitely a possibility.
Yeah, I don't think that's a super hot one. Saints win the South, not really a super hot one either. I think that's kind of trending that way now.
They're really just battling with the Falcons.
If I said that 2 weeks ago, I think it would have been better. Vikings still make the playoffs.
I don't agree with that one still.
That's a crazy one. I know you don't like that one. I'm going to keep that one out there because I just think the NFC, there's room. There's room.
Let's look at the other side then, real quick, since we already looked at the AFC playoff.
You're right, yeah. Let's do
it. Eagles, Cowboys, Commanders are selling, so I'm just going to count them out now.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only reason. That's why I'm saying the Vikings, to be honest, but yeah.
So Eagles win the East, so there's probably 1 coming out of the East, right?
2, shut up. Stop.
All right, since this is your take, we'll say 2. NFC West, you're getting the Seahawks and 49ers.
2 guaranteed. 2 guaranteed.
But you're possibly getting the Rams. We'll see how they bounce back from that.
2 guaranteed. 2 guaranteed.
Especially with Stafford out. It's going to be rough. You're getting the Lions out of that division.
For sure. So we got 5 out of the 7.
Really, 8. They're on the fringe because that South is Falcons, Saints are tied for the lead right now, and both of them could make it.
I think you can get 2 there. So then the 8th seed.
There is no 8th seed.
7th seed. It's gonna be a battle. I don't know what I'm thinking. I was thinking of NBA for a second. It's gonna be a battle for that last spot, and it could definitely be. I think the Vikings, if they win, their schedule isn't easy. But there is some pretty winnable games there. Like, I know Lions are definitely going to win that division. It's not even going to be close on that. But look, if the Vikings can get 9, they could win.
They're playing. I believe they're playing the rookie.
There's a
against.
chance. There's a chance the Vikings have a losing season and make the playoffs
I don't know about that,
because the
dude.
South is just so up in the air.
I don't
Like,
know, dude. They don't
look,
have the
hey,
hardest
hey,
schedule, but they still play the Lions twice.
that's why it's a hot take.
It's really, I mean, they're playing the rookie against the Saints this weekend. I don't imagine they'll win that.
Hey, it's
They
a
have a
hot
coin flip against the Broncos. I get it. I'm just going through this with you. They have a coin flip against the Broncos, but then, yes, they can win 2 games against the Bears and the Raiders. Then they play the
take. 6,
Bengals, they play the Lions
7.
twice, and they play the Packers, which they should win. How many wins is that? What are they
That
right
could
now?
be 8 wins. If you said the flipped coin on the Denver, that's 8 wins.
I mean,
And they could go with 8. It's just crazy that the fact that they could go with 8 is insane. Just think that's insane. But we don't look. Hey, we'll move on from that one. I got 2 more.
Damn.
2 more. Well, look, I had to think about some of these. All right, they're not super hot ones, but they're not cool ones either. So Bosa, my first one is Bosa. This isn't even really a hot take. I just think he's not worth the money. I think he hasn't been worth the money. I never thought he was going to be worth the money.
Damn.
I think that kind of money is Parsons and pretty much Parsons only on defense. The reason I say that is because you have a guy who could play 6 different positions. He should be the highest paid defensive player. Bosa's good. Bosa's good. He's been good. He just won Defensive Player of the Year, which is a huge reason I think he got that contract. But dude got his money and he has a lot of
getting
pressures.
outplayed by his brother right now.
Yeah, he's got a lot of pressures, but outside of that, he just hasn't looked good. And I know he missed a lot camp, and maybe later in the year we'll say something else. But I don't know.
I'm not gonna give him too much shit for going through a rough patch, but
when you're
being alongside getting paid that much and being by the side of the people that you're playing with, you should be performing better.
His other players on his team shouldn't outperform.
Yeah.
On that line, and 2 of them are. But anyways, then my last one is the next game that Stanley loses. He's out. Is his last game as a Chargers coach.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's not really a hot take. I think everybody wants that to happen. It's more of a desire. To be honest. I think everybody in the Chargers want that to happen. But yeah, unfortunately, there's games they could win and they could still make the playoffs, and he could still be back next year. Anyways, yeah, that's all I got though.
All right, well, let's get into college football. Try to make this a little quicker than usual.
Yeah, it's all you, buddy, because I have nothing.
I'll go through the games to watch real quick. I could not choose a side for the life of me in this game. Texas A&M and Ole Miss. I kept flipping back and forth. It's +3 Texas A&M, and I really like that. But Ole Miss has also been. They were one of our picks of the week. I mean, they helped us out. It's hard to go against them. I think what I'm gonna end up doing is both these defenses are good, and I'm just gonna go with the under 53.5.
Okay, dude.
Another game to watch is Missouri +15 at Georgia. It's really mainly because this is going to be a good measurement to see how good Georgia really is this year, and if Missouri pulls off the unthinkable, that's just going to be something you want to see.
Woo. Dude, that playoffs is going to get crazy.
Yeah. Oklahoma -6 at Oklahoma State. This is always a good game. I don't have a lean. I'm just going to take over the 59.5 over and try to enjoy this game. If you want a little late night snack, 2 games go off at the same time. Oregon State -13 at Colorado. Colorado is always fun to watch. Oregon State's very testy team this year. And UCLA -3 at Arizona because Arizona's been a way better team than anyone expected.
Yeah, dude. And people are getting shit on some of these teams for losing.
All right, bets. Rough week last week. We went 5-5. I need to start tweeting out my full cards.
Rough week. We broke even.
Play of the week. 3-0, baby. 3-0.
Hey, lose it. Play of the month. You know, we haven't had a chance to. We're redeem that now. We're officially in November. Might not use it right here though. Might not use it. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Texas -3 at home versus K-State. The reason this line is so low, because you would think this line should be -3. Quinn Ewers is not playing this week. But redshirt freshman Malik Murphy has gotten a lot of hype. Probably not going to be the Manning that we all want to see, but Malik Murphy, 6'5", 240, 4-star recruit. I think he's going to win this game for them still, and I think they cover -3.
6'5", 240 is a monster for a
Yeah.
quarterback. He was a freshman in college.
Redshirt
A
freshman.
true. Oh, he's redshirt. Okay, but I thought you said true. But that is a big dude.
Uh, Florida minus 6.5 at home versus Arkansas. I was really tempted to make this play of the week, but I have one that my heart just leaned toward more. Arkansas scored 3 points last week, and they're 2-6. Florida's a way better.
Right.
Florida's a way better team, and they're going to bounce back after that Georgia game.
Okay, I'm shocked. That would have been mine.
Air Force, gotta keep riding them. I love this team, bro. Air Force minus 16.5 versus Army West Point. You just have to.
And that's not play of the week?
That's not play of the week.
Oh boy, we got some easy ones. I'm excited.
Florida State minus 20.5 versus Pittsburgh. Don't put this one in a parlay. This is a complete vibes pick. The Pittsburgh coach came out and completely threw the team under the bus, saying we just need better players. I mean, that is crazy, insane to say. But you said that after Notre Dame killed them 58-7. I think you mean more than just better players. But Washington minus 3 at USC. USC has fallen off a cliff the past couple of weeks, and if Washington really wants to make the college football playoffs, they got to win games like this.
Yep.
Not just win, cover.
Blowout.
Thank you. Play of the week.
Play of the week.
This one's a little testy. We're taking an underdog.
We love underdogs.
We're taking a +3 underdog. We're taking none other than the KU Jayhawks at Iowa State +3. I'm hoping Iowa State, listen, Iowa State sucks. KU just beat Oklahoma. Oklahoma beat Iowa State 50-20. All we need is KU not to have a letdown game. This should be an easy win. Play of the week.
Let me just say something. Never in my life would I've ever thought that you would say KU would be on a play of the week.
Just out here trying to make Joel proud.
And you know what? He should be. Okay? And I'm just shocked. I'm kind of happy.
I just like this. I think the sportsbook
this is a weird spread.
I think the sportsbook's just expecting them to have a letdown game, and I don't think they will.
I think it's 100% they're expecting a letdown game. Yeah, I'm with you. I think that's exactly what they're waiting for. What an play of the week.
Yep. All right, let's get back into the pros. NFL predictions. Week 9, Charles. After this week, we're going to be halfway through the season.
We're on week 9, bro.
Yep. Week 9, and we start Thursday night with a banger of a primetime game. The Will Levis-led Titans are +3 at the Steelers. Kenny Pickett is playing.
Doesn't get better offensively than this game. That's for sure. Give me the Titans +3. This is a trap game, but
it's Titans +3. Will Levis just had the greatest game he's ever going to have in the pros. It's got to be the Steelers.
Oh, a little terrible towel action, huh?
A little yellow towel is going to be flapping around. This game is going to be terrible. Steelers are going to win.
Cover. Can I say something right now? If the Steelers lose this game, they need to tank the season because that's back-to-back home losses. Terrible towel.
Yeah, exactly. That doesn't happen. Bad pick by you.
Hey, I'm giving love to Will Levis. They're not going to have the jerseys.
All right.
But Derrick Henry's going to go off.
Next game. Charles, you're waking up early in the morning, as am I. We got an 8:30. I think it's 8:30 Central Time. We're in Germany. Dolphins counts as a Chiefs home game. Dolphins are +1.5 at the Germany Chiefs.
Give me the Chiefs. -3.
-3? You're taking -3? I'm giving you -3. Okay, Chiefs. Does that mean I can take +3?
No, you get +1.5. That's it. Sorry. This is a home. If you choose the Chiefs, you could do something crazy, but it's got to be a home team.
So I can take Chiefs +3?
No. They're the favorites. Come on.
Well, then give me the Fins. I don't think the Chiefs bounce back that fast. And literally, the only reason I'm choosing Dolphins, they're already in Germany. Chiefs aren't leaving until Thursday.
Look. Okay. The reason I'm choosing the Chiefs at -3 right here is
'Cause
really a
you need
pride
it.
thing, and I have to. And I have to because I got to see it. I got to see it against this team. Both these teams really haven't beaten great teams yet. I just have to see it. And you know
Seahawks.
what, dude? Tyreek's gonna go off, but I think it's gonna be a damn good game.
I hope they just hand the ball to Pacheco. That'd be great.
Yeah, I agree.
We're starting at the noon slate. Got a good game right here. Seahawks +6.5 at the Ravens.
This is the shocking line to me.
Yeah.
Seattle is getting disrespected here, and I think the Ravens are good, but give me Seattle, dude.
I'm
That's
with you. I'm on Seattle there
disrespectful.
too. Cardinals +8 at the Browns.
I know Cardinals keep games close, but a rookie or he's a rookie, right?
Yeah.
He's got a sweet name though. Clayton Tune.
Yeah.
I know they keep games close, but I think I'm gonna go with the Cardinals here, baby. +8. Give me the Cardinals +8. I believe he's got a name.
Listen,
Guys with names win.
I love Clayton Tune as an all-time name. I'm the biggest backup quarterback guy in the world, so give me
Yeah, it
the
doesn't sound
Browns.
like it.
Give me
Doesn't
the
sound
Browns.
like it.
PJ Walker
is
isn't
the
going to
backer.
choke this game.
Hey.
Guess what? Our offense could put up 0 points, and the Browns defense probably still wins this game for them.
Look, I just need to cover. Just cover. Cardinals just cover. I think the Browns are going to win, but just cover for me. Please, come on.
Here we go.
Here we go.
I believe Badgett is still playing Bears +8 at the Saints.
I'm going to let you take the lead on this one.
Saints go marching. Give me them.
Damn it. I'm also going to take the Saints.
Why'd you make me go first if you're just going to take the Saints, dude?
Because, I was hoping maybe, just maybe, you would be like, I'm a Bears believer this week. I'm so far behind. I'm so far behind.
Yeah. Score update. I have 72 points. Pushes never count as a point, just so we're clear, because there was a lot of pushes.
70 probably would help me.
Well, it wouldn't help either of us when it comes to point spread. It just make us look better.
I need that. But go ahead.
Okay. 72, Chuck, 65. You're down by 7, bud.
That's a big. I'm down by a touchdown. This is a big gap. I need to make some crazy
I would
plays.
say you're down by 7 games is what you're down by.
Should I pick the Bears then? No, I can't get any worse. I can't get any lower now at this point.
Right.
I can't get any lower. All
Vikings, after an interesting week, +4.5 at the Falcons.
Vikings.
No
Falcons,
way.
Falcons have a bad habit of keeping games way too close. So I'm gonna pick Vikings here.
This is a rookie playing for the Vikings against Taylor Heineke. Give me the Falcons.
I think Falcons win.
I am a sinner who's probably gonna sin again. Lord, forgive me. Heineke understands. Yeah.
Sometimes he needs to sin. That dude's a dog.
Falcons are gonna cover. They probably win by 10.
I don't know if look. This is Falcons definitely is the W here. I need to make some crazy plays, and this is one. I need Vikings to cover here. I think it's gonna be a 3-point game. That's what I'm going for.
Commanders +3 going into Foxborough with the Patriots.
Disrespectful. Left hand out. Give me.
I figured we were on the same page here. Give me Sam Howell slinging it.
They could get rid of their entire defense and they'll still beat the Patriots. I don't want to hear it.
Buccaneers are +2.5 going into Houston against the Texans.
I think this is gonna be a weird, probably bad game, but give me the Bucks at +2.5.
Damn it, dude! I was hoping you'd take the Texans. I'm taking the Bucks
take the Texans.
too.
Damn it, dude! Take the Texans for me. I
can't. I honestly think this is where the Texans start to slide back down a little bit.
Me too. I agree. I think it's gonna be some feelings hurt after that last loss.
So Sportsbook thinks Matthew Stafford's not going to start because the Rams are +3.5 going into Lambeau.
I don't care if they don't start a quarterback. Give me the Rams beating the Packers +3.5.
Yeah, I mean, this Packers team looked absolutely terrible last week. They looked terrible the week before that. Were they on their bye week before that? Because they looked terrible during their bye week. The Packers just can't get a win. And that's absolutely why they're going to cover against the Rams. Give me the Packers. Go, Pack, go.
Hey, you just made this mistake last week, okay? All I'm going to say is
win-win.
The Ram, damn
Wrong.
it.
Win-win.
All right, win.
Here we go. Colts are -2.5. Frank Wright revenge game against the Panthers.
I'm going Colts, man. I don't think the Panthers can score enough to keep up with the Colts. I don't think so.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm taking the Colts too.
Come on,
Cowboys are
oh, I know I
plus
got you here,
3 going into
dude.
Philadelphia.
I got you here, and I give me the Cowboys. I know you ain't taking the Cowboys, so I feel so good about that. Thank you,
Yeah, win-win. I'm taking the Eagles.
dude.
Uh, the Raiders fire their GM. They fire their head coach. They fire their offensive coordinator. They have a linebacker coach as their head coach. Mark Davis is paying everyone except for who he should be paying, and they are still the favorites against the Giants. Giants are plus 1.5 going into Las Vegas.
I'm picking the Raiders. I think the Raiders still beat this shitty Giants team.
Give me Danny Dimes with this comeback game.
Yes, dude. This is not a win. This is an LL for me, unfortunately. I don't feel good about this either way. But
All right, here we go. Sunday night football. We might have a banger on our hands. Bills are plus 2 at the Bengals.
all day for Sunday night.
All right, never do
Give me
that
the
again.
give me the give me the Bengals plus 2.
Yeah, you heard my
-2.
take. This is where it begins. Give me the Bengals.
I just-
Monday night.
It's gonna be a good game. Emotional.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be.
We're moving on past that.
Yeah. Hey, that's in the. We're looking forward, baby.
Monday night we got the Chargers minus 3.5 at the Jets.
This is actually a tough one. I cannot believe I'm about to do this.
Do you want me to go first or something?
I think I know what you're gonna say, but go ahead and go first. I think I'm opposite of you either way.
I just like the Jets defense too much, and
Okay.
Justin Herbert's a dog. Give me those dirty little C's.
Okay, I'll take Jets. Thank you for changing that. I appreciate it. I know you knew where I was going, and I appreciate you throwing me. I'm either gonna be down by 15 at the end of this next week, or I'm gonna be between 3. I'm be right around there. We're gonna see.
You got your over-unders ready?
I do have my over-unders ready.
Okay. Give me your over.
My over is Cowboys Eagles.
That is a very good one. Those games usually are always high scoring, but I bet the line's pretty high. What is it? 47?
47.
Yeah. Knew it.
I could see 30, 20.
47 or 47.5?
Just 47.
Okay.
Which is why I did it. That's why I did the over.
I'm taking Seahawks Ravens 44 over.
I like that too.
I just want that game to be good.
It should be.
What's your under, pal?
My under is Arizona and Browns. It's 37.5. Look, even if my cover doesn't hit here, Browns can put up 25 or 27 or whatever, and it's probably not going to be 37.5. So
yeah, I'm taking a primetime game. Give me the Titans Steelers under 37.
Was a really good play there. Really good play there. Primetime games always.
Yeah.
Especially Thursday night.
3-1 last week. I was the 2-0. You were the 1-1, but still, we're pretty hot on these overs and unders.
We're hitting them, dude. I feel good about them too. Like I feel good about this week.
Exciting week 9. All right. Let's get into this top 5 snake draft.
Yes, sir. Okay. Pull it up. I think I'm gonna go. This is a big one. I gotta hit this. I think I'm gonna miss it now that I said that.
What are we doing today, Charles?
Buddy, we're doing top 5 trophies and / sports awards.
Heads or tails?
This is a big one. I need to hit this. I hit heads last time. Give me heads again.
Tails.
That's the first one I've lost. It's tough, dude.
Ooh, mama. Ooh. I think I'm gonna take the first pick. I have to.
All right, go ahead.
This is one that I didn't even think about it until you said it earlier, but I think it is the 1-1. I'm taking a gold medal from the Olympics.
I knew it. That is 1-1. I don't even think it's close, to be honest.
That is like
as
lifetime
an individual
goal.
or a team. Yeah, that's just unbelievable. All right, I got 2. So I'm going to take FIFA World Cup.
Very good.
As my new number 1. And then I'm going to take a green jacket.
You son of a bitch.
I knew you were going to do it. That's why I did it. Yes!
That was one of the ones I didn't think you would take.
Oh, I knew
Yeah,
it.
Masters green jacket is just too good.
It's just another individual thing that's just unbelievable that people can even do that.
You took that, but you kind of set me up here.
Yeah, I know you got some good ones still.
I'm taking the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, that's one of mine.
That is the best trophy out of the 4 major sports, and then I'm gonna have to go ahead and take the Lombardi as well because that is the favorite sport.
Deleting 2 of mine real quick. Sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna go with an MVP in any sport. I think this can cover any sport. Just an MVP, a Most Valuable Player award. I think that's just a
You're not
sick thing
choosing
to
a
get.
specific one?
Do I have to?
Well, they all look different, don't they?
You have an MVP for someone, don't you?
No, I don't. Well, kind
Well,
of
let me just
actually.
have it then.
I kind
Uh,
of have it.
okay, I think I know what you're gonna say, but it's okay. I say MVP in any sport. Yours, we'll debate if you can do it or not, and then I'll say a title weight trophy in
I'm sorry,
boxing.
what is it? Oh, okay.
Boxing, a title weight trophy or whatever. Yeah, I said heavyweight, but I just in general I think that's just a weighted a title trophy is sweet, like
I
the
got you,
belt.
yeah.
Belt, but yeah.
So here's why you can't do MVP. Because I was gonna take what pretty much is the MVP trophy of college football, and that's the Heisman.
Well, I think that's okay. It's not called an MVP, so
It is the college MVP though.
I think MVP could still be mine.
You don't get every sport. You gotta choose a sport.
That's bullshit, dude.
How is that bullshit? We're doing a
It's an
trophies.
award.
Yeah, okay, so choose the
Still have
award. You don't
Heisman.
choose 50 awards with one
I'll
pick.
say all but the Heisman. You can still have
No.
Heisman.
You don't get to choose 50 trophies. You gotta choose one. I'm totally in the right here, and it's insane.
NBA.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say football because it's always a quarterback award, but that sucks.
Embiid.
Right, go ahead.
I already did my next two. Wait, did I? No, I have another one. Oh, it's my last one. I got to debate between two. Well, this was another one that I didn't think you were going to take. You're kind of on the same path with the boxing one, but I'm taking the freaking WWE World Championship belt. When that W spinning, boy, that thing is sexy. Woo!
All right, I'll give you that.
That is a banger.
I want to make sure I say this right because this is probably the. I just want to make sure I get the right things in this. So I'm gonna say getting a Grand Slam in tennis.
Isn't that
Which
4 different trophies?
I think it's 3.
Bro, you're such a cheater.
I think it's 3. This is what I wanted to find this to make sure. It's been fuck you, first of all.
What do you mean? You're not even following the rules, bro.
That is an award. It's an award.
Do you get 1 trophy if you win all of them?
You probably do.
Okay, show me that. Because I've never seen that in my life. We're not doing life achievements here, Charles.
I think that's a sweet one to have.
You know, you can have that because tennis sucks anyways.
Okay. You're just so disrespectful.
Do you have any honorable mentions you'd like to mention?
I mean, you said a lot of mine. Olympics was really anything. Just going to the Olympics, I think, is just a crazy thing to be able
That's
to say.
a crazy
you did.
life achievement, yeah.
Yeah, crazy life achievement.
Larry O'Brien trophy for the NBA. And I know you don't care about baseball, but the commissioner's trophy with all 30 flags representing
cool.
each team is sick.
Yeah, it's one of the coolest looking trophies for sure. Outside of the Stanley Cup, I think that's probably the coolest one. I mean, getting a Super Bowl ring, like not necessarily like if you're like a staff member or something, that's an awesome thing to be able to get and stuff. So that's a cool thing, and some of these rings are crazy. I mean, you could say NBA the same way, like the rings. Getting a ring from any sport is sweet.
The details that go into all those rings are insane.
So awesome, and they're just crazy expensive. They get bigger and bigger every year, but they're just cool. I mean, it's just a cool thing. Like, dude, it's a ring. Put it on your finger. It's just a sweet. Bill Russell had 11 of them. I mean, that's just awesome. Dude
Yeah.
had more than he could put on his hands. It's just a cool thing, I think, to have. And then I'm just gonna go with something simple here, buddy. Participation trophies. All right, because it's good to participate. Hey,
I can't believe you said that.
this is not really anything on my list. I'm just throwing this in there. Hey, you got to show love, though. All right, give the kids a chance. No, they're terrible. Fuck participation trophies. It's win or go home, buddy. First, second,
All or
third.
nothing, bleed
Really,
green.
just first, to be honest. But yeah, dude. You have any other? You have any? Did you?
I already said them.
You did already say it.
I guess I could have just said every MVP trophy though. All right, that's gonna do it for this week, guys. Week 9. Remember to enjoy football while you can because we're almost halfway through it.
Dude, we're almost halfway through. I don't even know what to say about that. That's kind of sad. Do we take a moment of silence? Just kidding. All right, almost halfway through. Thank you guys for tuning in. Yeah, dude, that was a good show.
All right, take care.
Thank
Deuces.
you, Zach.
Bye.
Peace.
Love you. Hopefully Charles's eye shows up next week.